Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of F122, my team here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. We are at BAKU, which is one of my favourite circuits, very much so I'm hoping for a good weekend. To try and help with that, I am putting in a number of new components so that we should be at our most competitive for this upcoming race. I'm also going to add some driver perks just overall to help us improve. So I have £1.5 million in the balance currently, so I can definitely afford to develop that upgrade there, develop that one there, and that one there. So resource point income is boosted by 10%, engine wear is going to be reduced by 10%, and driver acclaim is going to be boosted by 10%. We have 800 grand left. It's going to cost me $1 million to renew Théo Pourchaire's contract, judging by that. So we do need to make sure we have enough money to be able to get him continuing on at the team, but we have a number of races left to do that. You don't renew until after France, so we have 5 Grand Prix weekends left before we have to renew the driver contract, so that's not really much of a worry at the moment whatsoever. We've spent all of our resource points in the last episode, so we are hopefully going to improve significantly over the next couple of weeks or couple of races. That's the real hope. Currently have low cash, yes, we're aware of that, but we're going to earn some more money and hopefully after this weekend earn some more points. I have been made aware by my Twitch chat that there is supposedly the potential of a chance of some sort of glitch in qualifying where a number of drivers DNF, where someone crashes and then other drivers just drive into them. Hopefully we can avoid that, but we'll wait and see. Just to preemptively make you aware, we might have a bit of a dodgy qualifying. Or rephrase, we might actually have a great qualifying because it's dodgy for everyone else. Overcast to begin the race, but it's going to be dry throughout in every single session, which is good news for me because we're certainly better in the dry than we are in the wet. All of those new components will go in for this Grand Prix weekend. The ones that we're not changing are the MGUH, which is on 44%. That could be fine to continue. And the turbo, which is 37%. The control electronics is still only on 21%, so that's not a problem whatsoever. We are going to put a new gearbox in as well to avoid any potential loss of gearage throughout the course of this Grand Prix weekend. So, to practice we go, where hopefully we'll pass all of the tests and, fingers crossed, find a setup that really suits us so we can have a cracking Grand Prix weekend. As ever, drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on more. You guys are absolutely showing amazing support on this save so far, and I can't thank you enough. It's been really, really strong, so please do continue to enjoy the content. I apologise there was a break of a day from the Monaco Grand Prix to this, but hopefully we won't miss any more than a day or two here and there over the next few weeks. I am away in Canada next week for 3 or 4 days, but we'll deal with that when we come to it. Make sure you come across and join me on Twitch and watch these live and see all the behind the scenes as well. There's a link in the description for that. Right, to the next session! What?! Look what the barrier... What?! The barrier's just having a rave! Barrier's like, way, look at us. What on earth is that? I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Well, we know that then the BAKU setup is better than the default one. So let's load that. And that will do us for practice. We're there or thereabouts, I think. I feel relatively quick. Whether that helps in actually genuinely being quick, I don't know, but I feel it's just a track that I feel relatively comfortable around anyway, so I don't think that's gonna make much impact on whether I am genuinely on pace or not. But we'll find out now because we'll head into qualifying and hopefully we'll get ourselves a decent amount of resource points. No, we're getting resource points now. Hopefully we'll get ourselves a decent qualifying position. We get 600 odd resource points there. And developmental boosts are applied. I think that's actually Théo up to level 7, which is good for him, bad for me, because it means he'll cost more to re-sign, which is frustrating, but we'll try and keep Théo for the full season. Hopefully, it doesn't happen every time with the barrier, and it kind of depends when you load the session. whether it happens or not. Fingers crossed it hasn't happened here. And we'll be fine in quali, and it won't be an issue. If it is, I'll just keep reloading the session until it doesn't happen. Let's have a look. The barrier's fine. We're alright in quali. Yellow flag in front. Someone's crashed somewhere else. That's Max Verstappen out of the session in front of us. He's just gone straight on. Max is genuinely just locked up there. He's locked up, tried to make the corner, and then hit the wall. That just seems like a genuine error rather than a bug. That's just a genuine error for Max. I love that. And across the line in a 42.9. That's not bad. 42.9 is not bad. First lap, decent. It felt decent anyway. We'll see where it puts us in the grand scheme of things. When everyone else is... Teo Porcher did a 42.3. Okay, it wasn't decent. It was really slow. Where am I slow? I'm 3/10 off in Sector 1, bang on in Sector 2, and 3/10 off in Sector 3. Okie dokies. My teammate has me nailed here, it seems. Now watch me plummet down the order and actually have a terrible qualifying session. At least Max Verstappen's out. That's a bonus. Okay, so we're going to be half a second quicker, which will put us in P13. So into Q2 we go. P13. I love BAKU. And I'm right up there with Teo as well. There is just 18 milliseconds between myself and my teammate. Mick Schumacher out. Max Verstappen out. Alex Albon, Bottas, Ricciardo and Lance Stroll, the others. So Latifi gets through, although wouldn't have if it weren't for Mick and Max. And Seb Vettel with a decent time, actually. Okay. Q2. Oh no, I broke the barrier now. Now I've hit it. It's glitched again. Hopefully it won't in Q3. Thankfully we've only got this one run left to do. And it's a 42 flat. It's actually slightly slower. Slightly slower. 1/10 slower than Q1. And it's only good enough for P11. I say only good enough for P11. P11 is still our best qualifying of the season, I believe. So we are actually delighted with that. Would a 41.9 have gotten me through? It might have. It would have. Esteban Ocon, 142 flat. On the nose. By the millisecond. Let me move my camera out of the way. Bink. Oh, never mind. Let me move that out of the way as well. 142 to the millisecond. I was 25 milliseconds away from Q3. No, we've made Q3 before, haven't we? Did we make Q3 in Australia? We qualified P7 in Australia, didn't we? And finished P9. So it's our second best qualifying of the season. But certainly, absolutely, especially considering the AI keep making ridiculous errors and having their cars break on them. K-Mag isn't going to feature in Q3 because his car had an issue and he retired. So we are out in Q2, but may well start in the top 10 if K-Mag has to replace some components. Beat our rival, Daniel Ricciardo, which is good for me. Team ACCLAIM is good too. And now we're not involved in Q3, so time to head to the race. Right, so the grid in Baku. I think we should be upper place and in the top 10 because of K-Mag's engine giving way or him having a technical issue. Hopefully that means that we'll have gained a position because he'll have to have replaced a component. Norris 5th and Alonso 6th. Of course, Max didn't qualify, did he? Zhou and Ocon. Max crashed out. We start 9th. We start 9th. Porsche will start 11th. So Magnussen did have to take a component, but who else? George Russell took a penalty as well. So George Russell's going to come through from behind us. You imagine that Max Verstappen will do the same. Verstappen starting 20th. Mick Schumacher starting 21st. He'll have pace. And K-Mag retired as well. He'll be quick too. 9, 16, 17, 9 will be our pit strategy. Those of you that are seeing this bit, this is the second time I've done this on YouTube because I had a freeze crash in the 4th lap. Hopefully it's not something we experience again. It will be something that is basically going to mean that I'm going to be mid-session saving multiple times throughout the course of this Grand Prix. And hopefully it's not something we encounter again. It just appears that all of the bugs happen at BAKU. With regards to race director, a split of strategies throughout the field. Some on soft, some on hard. And Zhou Guanyu is the only one on the mediums. So Christ knows what strategies everyone is running in this Grand Prix. But with the formation about to get underway, we hope that some of those hard runners in front will perhaps be quite slow. Mainly the Alpines and maybe Norris, although Norris appears to have some pace in that McLaren, whereas his teammate definitely doesn't. So I'm hoping the Alpines drop back towards us and we might be able to move slightly further forward before the first round of pit stops. Yeah, it reckons either a 1-stop, hard to medium, which presumably is what some of the others are doing, or a 3-stop, soft, soft, medium, hard. And we're going to try and go soft, medium, hard. And then if we don't need to stop for another set of softs before the end, we won't. And we'll just do a 2-stop. But we might be forced into a 3-stop. It depends on the scenario of the Grand Prix. But the race is about to start, and we start in it from P9. From P9. Let's get underway then. My first attempt at starting this Grand Prix, they dropped the lights very, very quickly indeed. So I'm going to be ready for that this time. And they did it again. And this time we do get a better start than I did before. Brake slightly early here. Seb has gone around the outside of me. I'll try and hold it around the outside. Maybe around the outside of him. I can't. Got Williams next to me, as well as my teammate. They're going to brake early here because it's basically follow the leader. Very, very close proximity to one another. They are fast in a straight line, the AI. But provided I'm within DRS range and manage my battery accordingly, we will be okay. Just going to give Seb the space he deserves there. On this opening lap. We're in P10 still though, so we are still within the points. Seb got out of shape on the curb there, but he's just going to have the edge on me in straight line speed there, so we will just hold behind him for now. It's going to be an awkward race. An incident on track apparently, so someone somewhere is probably going to have to come in for a pit stop. We'll see what happens. Oh, this is nerve-wracking now. Thinking, not only am I concentrating on what I'm doing and what I'm saying, I'm also thinking, do I mid-session save now? Just to make sure it doesn't crash on me again? I'm going to mid-session save every lap, basically, just to make sure whilst we're here at BAKU. It's the first freeze crash I've had on the game so far, so hopefully it's not something we encounter a lot. We just apparently have encountered a lot of bugs here in BAKU. And fingers crossed, it is in isolation. Another case of me concentrating more on what I'm saying than doing my driving. It was here that it freeze crashed on the way into this braking zone, but thankfully on this occasion, on lap 1, we're alright. We managed 4 laps before it crashed. Although Porsche has a run on me, and even with battery, it's going to go for it. Going very defensive in front. Someone's pit early in the lap. I think it might have been the Mercedes. It is. It's Lewis Hamilton that's had to pit for damage, and there are 3 cars in the pits. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Once they're out of the pits, we'll have a look at the race director and show you exactly what's happened in the pit stops. But we are up to P9. 1 place made. There's so many cars in the pits there. Loads of people with damage. That's outrageous. I mean, it's going to help our race. I would hazard a guess that we are certainly going to score points here, because it seems that the AI just can't drive this track for whatever reason, and are going to have too many issues. Max Verstappen out of the race. Virtual safety car. What's happened to Max? He's behind us. Has he just done exactly what he did in quali? Let's have a look. Think so. Yep. That's what he did in quali. Max is out of the race. VSC may well turn into a full safety car. And let's have a look at the race director to see who pit. So, Lewis pit for front wing. Lance, Pierre, Valtteri and Mick. This is going to be an eventful race. It might be a very long video. To be fair, this is a track where I have pace anyway, and would expect from where we qualified to finish in the points regardless. So it's not like we're going to be like lucking our way into the points, because I think I would be finishing in this sort of position anyway. Teo's going for it on me. I'm just going to try and hold it around the outside and make sure we stay ahead, which we've done well. And we were, I believe, within DRS range of Seb. They're going to have DRS, and I am not. I'm going to be a sitting duck for a number of cars here. I think we might be about to drop out of the points. I'm not still on lean. You can't race in anything other than standard outside of safety car running. I'll try and go defensive and force them the long way around, but I don't think it's going to do me many favours. At least I only lost one position. And now, to be fair, I will have DRS on Teo. As long as I've got a driver in front of me, I should be able to hang on to the back of them. I just need that driver in front of me to hang on to the back of. Right. Okay, we will pit this lap then.
Box this lap. Box this lap.
We'll box this lap for mediums. I'm really desperately hoping Teo doesn't want to box this lap as well. If he does, I will be forced to do another lap, because he's the lead driver and he will take priority with the strategy, and it would be quicker to do I'd rephrase, I'd lose less time doing another lap than I would double stacking. Both of our tyres are pretty worn now. Right, hoping that Teo doesn't pit. If he does, I'll do a lap extra. But as number one driver, team owner, dare I throw it in there, I should get priority. But we'll wait and see if he looks to pit. Which he is doing. Teo's pitting, meaning I'm going to do another lap.
Okay, gap to the car.
It's annoying.
Is 4.7 seconds.
Yuki Tsunoda's in the pits as well. I will hope that my current tyres will be quicker than their cold tyres, and we might be able to overcut rather than undercut. So Teo's gone soft hard. Now we're going soft medium. Thanks for follow surfing. We're going soft medium. So we're going to be... His tyres are going to take longer to warm up, and ours will be softer and faster. Yuki has also gone soft hard. So we absolutely should undercut Teo Pourchaire. It's my expectation anyway. Might actually work in our favour, him pitting first. Because if I'd have been slightly in front of him and I'd pit, he probably would have followed me in and double stacked, because the AI aren't clever enough to acknowledge that. Whereas I, having a human brain, was able to acknowledge the fact that he was pitting and then not pit after him to double stack. Now hopefully we should now undercut him. And we're going to mediums, which are going to be softer. There is a yellow flag on the main straight, not sure what for. Good stop. Checo's out of the session. Sergio Perez has an issue. Now, he was in front of us. Yep, Sergio Perez's engine has exploded, and he is out of the Grand Prix. Checo is out. That's us gaining a place. We have come out in front of our teammate. And I have very cold tyres. We did undercut him for time. But, oh my god, we're 3 abreast. This isn't going to go well. Yuki, I think, might have hit the wall there. Yuki's now going to take P11. I'm now around the outside of my teammate. I apparently took the position under the yellow flag. Didn't acknowledge that. So we've given the place back again. But my tyres will warm up faster than his. And, just in general, they will be a faster compound. So... we should be able to get past Yuki and Teo. But now I have some really fast soft runners behind me. So the scenario changes yet again. I'm going to be doing some attacking and some defending in this stint.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I think Lance Stroll hit the wall there. I'm pretty sure Lance Stroll hit the wall there. Let's have a look. Did he outbrake himself? Yeah, he's locked up. He's managed to keep it out of... He's managed to minimalise any potential damage. But Lance Stroll has locked up there and clipped the wall. But it is just a clip. And because of that... Oh no, now he's going a lot slower. He has gotten significant damage. But because they've dropped back thanks to Lance's mistake, I am now safe from DRS behind. And now hopefully, with our medium tyres, we will be faster than the two in front and should be able to make an extra couple of positions for the time being. How that works full race picture, I don't know. And we absolutely are faster than our teammate on this compound of tyre. There's no shadow of doubt about that. We're so much faster than Teo right now on these mediums. Now he's just holding me up here and forcing me back into Magnussen and Albon. So I really, genuinely just need to get past him ASAP Rocky. Is he going to go defensive? Even if he doesn't, I'm still going to try and dive bomb him. Down the inside. Hold it. He's got the run on me. He'll have the inside for the next one. But we hold the position. We're up to P12. Now to try and close the gap on Yuki Tsunoda in front. I'll ask about
Tsunoda's ahead of you.
Tsunoda.
And gap to the car in front is 2.7 seconds. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:46.6.
Now I'm going to just try and follow K-Mag now up to Tsunoda if possible. Albon is now also past Teo, although Teo is hanging on. Those soft runners just destroying everything about the hard runners, which might dictate our strategy come the end of the race. If I can hold on to the back of K-Mag with DRS, then fingers crossed, that will get us back up to Yuki Tsunoda. Because clearly the soft runners are much faster. I don't know how long they've been on those softs. I can ask Mark actually.
Magnussen's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops
So
remaining.
he's halfway through his stint.
Was a 1:46.5. You're losing around 7/10 a lap at this pace.
Not getting DRS. It's Latifi. Latifi's right in front of Yuki, who's now been overtaken. Latifi, I believe, who hasn't stopped? Latifi has not stopped. He's gone from the start on those hard. So some have gone soft hard. I've gone soft medium. We'll wait and see what Zhou Guanyu does on those mediums. And the others that have, the majority of those that are currently done 2 stops are because they had issues earlier on and had to stop for a new front wing. Russell behind has a 5-second penalty. Why does Russell have a 5-second penalty? Incidents. Ignoring yellow flags. So Russell made an overtake under yellow flags, didn't yield the position back, and as such, now has a 5-second penalty because of it. Which will get served at his next pit stop. That won't be added to his race time. That will get served at his next pit stop. Latifi's really dropping back to us now, though, isn't he? Look at that. So we should be in P12 sooner rather than later. And that's brought us back up to Magnussen as well. Thank you, Latifi. At Monaco and in Baku, you have been invaluable, my friend. Go Tifi indeed. Yellow flag somewhere. It's behind. I think that it's a Williams going slow. I think it's a Williams that's going slow. I think Albon's retiring behind us. Yeah, he is. Albon's retiring behind us. He's bumped over the curb and then clipped the wall. But Albon is retiring behind us. Okay. Fine. Because his hards have done His hards have done 16 laps, which is what we want to do on our hard stint, and he's this slow at the end of it. I think we're definitely going to be 3-stopping with things as they are right now. And we're definitely going to be 3-stopping. This should be a pretty easy overtake. He's gone defensive, but it's not going to help you, Nicholas. I'll have you, mate. Because you're so slow in the corner. I could just sail right around the outside of you.
Nice move. Good job.
I hoped, anyway. Bumped across the barrier there. He'll now have DRS. And have the straight line speed to get me back again. God damn you, Nicholas Latifi. You are ruining my race here, pal. I'm going to throw it up the inside of turn 4. I just need to get past him. It was a bit of a lunge of a move, but it was a necessary lunge of a move. A calculated risk. Frustratingly, those in front just disappeared into the horizon now. So the rest of this stint, unless someone else pits around us and comes back to us, the rest of this stint might be a little bit lonely. K-Mag is now in the pits on from those soft tyres, though. That's his second stop. Not sure what he's going to go to. We did say that when we asked Mark about it, he was already on lap 4 of that stint. So we expected him to pit relatively soon. And he has now done so. Lap 18 of 51, P11. Don't know if I could maybe extend this medium stint and then put on a worn set of mediums or a scrubbed set of mediums and then do 2 medium stints rather than the hard one, but no, it's not going to be an option. Daniel Ricciardo is in the pits now from his soft tyres. That should be his second stop then, I believe, and indeed, he's gone soft. He'll now be going to mediums, presumably. Yeah, that's what everyone else that's gone soft has done, so he's going to be going to mediums now, which is going to mean that, honestly, actually, genuinely, at this stage, I've no idea what it means. It could mean anything for the end of the race. I've no idea. All I know is that we will be damned fast on our softs at the end of the race. That's all we do know. We're going to be rapid at the end of the race on our set of softs. Seb is now 19 seconds down the road. That's how much getting caught behind my teammate at the beginning of the race cost me. Seb is 19 seconds down the road. That's an entire bloody pit stop. Seb's now pitting on his set of softs as well. I'm not sure how much a pit stop loses you here at Baku. I don't think it's that much. Given the fact that you can really nail it into the pits. There is Seb coming out on a fresh set of mediums. If I can stick with him for the rest of this lap, I'm going to have DRS anyway. His tyres are going to be cold, and we should hopefully be able to stay within DRS range of him. But even with DRS, apparently, he's just disappeared down the bloody road. But you'll be able to see here quite vividly the impact of cold tyres out the pits. It's so effective this year. Or rephrase, tyres are so ineffective this year when they're cold and fresh on. As soon as they're up to temp though, they'll disappear. Our tyres are nearly 20% worn on the rears, to be fair. We have had them on for 11 laps now. No, because we pit on lap 10 in the end, didn't we? We've had these on for 9 laps. And his tyres are seemingly already up to temperature because he is just buggering off. Ricciardo now sets the fastest lap of the race as we expected he would do. On those softs. So at the minute it wants me to pit lap 25. I might try and extend a little bit because we initially planned to do 16 laps on the mediums and 17 laps on the hards, but seeing how slow Latifi was on his 16-year-old hard tyres makes me think I might be slightly quicker extending a worn medium set than doing the full hard stint. We can check and see what lap times Latifi was putting in and compare them with the lap times that we're putting in on our worn mediums, and if we're faster on the mediums, then I will extend this stint an extra 2 or 3 laps to ensure that we have less of a stint on the hards. No, I don't want to pray for softs. Sorry, pray for a safety car. I don't want to pray for a safety car until I put my softs on. I pray for a safety car while I'm on hards. It's just going to bunch everything back up. Then I'll have to pit off those hards, and I'll lose even more positions. I do not want a safety car right now. A safety car right now would ruin my race. Rephrase, a safety car now wouldn't ruin my race. A safety car at any point whilst I'm on my hards would ruin my race. If there's a safety car whilst we're still on mediums, then I'd whack the softs on and just be as quick as possible post safety car. It's so complex, isn't it, strategy wise, when everyone else is on different strategies and we're still trying to figure out which one is fastest and which one isn't for ourselves. Thank you, Deathfield, for the brand new tier 1 sub, mate. Very kind of you, appreciate that. Welcome into the gang. In fact, Yuki's now in the pits off those hards. As soon as we mention him, we're doing high 46s. Yuki has now pit from those hards. I'm taking these mediums a little bit longer. DRS is offline. My DRS just failed. Of all the timings for DRS to fail, it's when I was hoping to bloody well utilise some of it to stay ahead of, or stay with the 2 behind. Now my DRS is offline. Gives me the opportunity to say to you, I have turned on small technical faults in the settings, meaning that we won't have any technical faults that will cause us a DNF, but we will have technical faults that will cause us some concern in a race, like your ERS not working properly or your DRS not working properly, and it's our DRS not working properly that's happening now. Bottas trying to get past me at the minute, but I'm holding him off for the time being. I don't want to lose any time holding these 2 off. I just want to try and sit in their toe. They'll probably stay behind me for the rest of the lap, and then hopefully when they overtake me down the main straight, my DRS will be fixed. So if we were going to put the softs on for 9 laps, they would go on lap 42. So at the minute, I would only have to do 13 laps on the hards. The hards to the end isn't the play, I don't think. I think I'd just be too slow. I'll extend this stint and then see how far the hards go and see what the situation is with everyone around us. But I think I'd lose more than a pit stop's worth of time by staying on the hards till the end. I've just noticed my fuel is borderline as well at the minute. Zhou Guanyu has finally pit from his set of mediums. Last time was a 47.2 and I feel like I'm slower. So pitting on lap 30 for a set of hards with the idea of taking them to lap 41. Really good pit stop as well. In the box. In and out quickly, please, boys. 2.5 seconds stop will do. Comes Gasly.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
What was I doing on those hards earlier? 47s, but that was with a full tank of fuel. I will have burned off almost all of our fuel by then. Right, I'm going to try and save some fuel in Gasly's DRS. Thank you for the follow, Tarek. If I can save some fuel in Gasly's DRS, then I can just go hell for leather on the sauce and not need to worry about it. Although, actually, look, I've got a Ferrari right behind me. A Ferrari's coming up behind me. So I think we're about to get lapped anyway, so it's not going to matter. Okay, hell for leather then all the way to the end. I don't think finishing the race on these hards is going to get me there quickly enough. Bottas in the pits again. Going on to hards. Bottas onto hards. Comes up directly in front of me. He's now on cold, hard tyres. Not that that's stopping him from disappearing down the road in a straight bloody line. Is Gasly slow? I think Gasly's slow. I don't know whether it's tyre related or damage related, but I think Gasly's slow. Now I'm getting blue flags. I will let Leclerc go just before the DRS detection point. I'm going to get DRS off the back of Charles. Tactical being lapped-ish. I'll get DRS off the back of Charles, and that'll help me catch up with Gasly and Bottas. I'll try and stay with Charles and back off a little bit, because I don't want him to go defensive or anything.
Gap to your teammate behind is 14.7 seconds.
Just want to follow Charles Leclerc all the way to the back of Gasly and Bottas if I can. They're fighting now as well, which is only going to cost them even more time. Perfect time to start fighting, lads. Perfect time to start fighting. Thank you very much indeed. But Bottas is now past Gasly. I don't know if that fight is going to last more than that one corner. I might be able to still, if Gasly slows up too much. Oh, Gasly's been clever. He's doing what I did. Gasly's doing what I did, but now I'm within DRS range of him because he slowed down too much. Thanks, Pierre. I'll take the DRS. He'll get DRS on Leclerc, but I'll get DRS on him. We're back in the hunt for Gasly now. So I'm not going to catch Bottas. We will get past Gasly if we stay on the same tyre. So we should get past Gasly before the end of the Grand Prix if we stay on the tyres we're on now. Zhou Guanyu. I don't know whether we'll get past him as well. Hopefully we'd get past him as well. What lap times have I been putting in? Still 46s and 45s. I think we might pass Gasly. And George will pit again. But it's whether we come under threat from Magnussen behind. K-Mag's going to have newer, fresher hards than me. These hards have already done 10 laps. My hards have already done 10 laps. Gasly's just astronomically slow right now. I don't know whether it's tyres or damage, but he is slow. Where's the car behind Mick? The car behind Mick is Teo, and he's another few seconds behind. I think if I pit, I'm probably trying to get back to where I am. But he's back to where I am, better than where I might be, because Magnussen might take me. I could do the opposite of Gasly. Like, if Gasly pits, I'll stay out. But if Gasly doesn't pit, I'll come in. I might come in on 43, though. So we're holding the gap to Mick. The gap to Mick is staying as it is, if not building. I don't think I'd get any higher than... As things stand right now, I don't think I'm going to get any higher than P13. Because I take the car in front, but get taken by the car behind. So I might as well pit and try and do something. Or even just have some fast laps at the end and enjoy it. Why not? Why not? .3 second stop. Fantastic. So we're coming out in front of our teammate. We've only lost one position. We lost one position to Mick Schumacher. And we have 17.5 seconds to close down K-Mag. Or Gasly. He's probably going to come further back towards us. Go, go, go. the cheese. Oh my god, we're actually going to lap someone. No, we're not. That's Mick letting Carlos Sainz through. Mick's now right in front of us. Hello, hiya. How's it going? You okay? I might unlap myself to Carlos Sainz at this rate. So much faster than Mick Schumacher here. Just gonna make sure I have DRS. I can't be sure that I'll have it on. Well, I'm not gonna have it on Carlos Sainz. So I'll be behind through the detection point, and then we'll take him. Bye, Mick. Tell me I'm going to get held up by a bloody Ferrari. Now, my fuel's fine because we're doing a lap less. We've been lapped, so I don't have to watch my fuel at all. If Carlos was the race leader, then yeah, I'd have to watch my fuel, but he's not, so...
So we're leading our teammate.
Excuse me, Carlos.
8.3 seconds.
I'm on a mission, pal. I don't think I'm going to do it. I thought we'd be faster than this on the softs. I thought we'd be in the 43s, maybe even a late 42. But no. It was a gamble. It's not like we threw away points for it. So
we're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Really? You don't say. So as we start our last lap, we unfortunately will not catch Pierre Gasly. We anticipated being about a full second a lap faster on the softs than we actually have been. Had we been a second a lap faster, like we thought we would, then I would have caught Pierre. But I thought I was going to be doing low 43s, and we've been doing low 44s. So unfortunately, I've just not quite had the pace. Maybe had we pit 2 laps earlier, we'd have caught him, but we were always planning on pitting on lap 42, and we only delayed it by an extra lap. Unfortunately, we're going to finish frustratingly close to Pierre Gasly, but it will only be a P14. After starting where we did, I had high hopes of maybe getting some points, although we knew we had some faster cars behind us. But the pace in the car, regardless of
the car ahead is 3.1 seconds.
Regardless of my ability to put in a really decent single lap... Oh, Latifi's out, but that's behind us, unfortunately. Regardless of my ability to put in a fast single timed lap to be able to qualify well, race pace wise, we are still not there, unfortunately. So I use all of my battery up as we cross the line, and it's a P14 in Baku.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
We certainly are... We certainly know where we are, don't we, with regards to our race pace. We've had so many 14ths and 15ths so far this season that it's becoming a little bit frustrating, but the upgrades on the car are right around the corner. And now we're heading into a run of tracks that I feel like I'm pretty decent at. From Baku, we're going to have Great Britain soon, we're going to have Austria soon. Canada, I think we could still be decent at. I think I'm getting better at Canada as time goes on. Whether I'm better comparatively to the AI or not, I don't know. My fastest lap was only 3/10 off the race's fastest lap, which was Charles Leclerc. It takes full points. Lewis started third, finished second, which after lap 1 damage isn't bad at all. It's a good recovery. Lando on the podium though. GG's to McLaren, and El Plan worked to get Fernando up to 4th. Daniel Ricciardo 17th to 8th is a great drive. Bottas 18th to 10th is a great drive. K-Mago 22nd to 12th is the best drive, up 10. I don't know whether I'm happy with that or not. Unfortunately, Daniel had us for position, and we are still slightly behind on the rivalry breakdown with 1 race to go in that rivalry. I am not quite up to level 7, and the team is up to level 9, so that's great. And we do get £124,000 from Distort. So the coin balance on the team, the bank balance is totaling up. We have sponsorship renewals available. We will renew that sponsorship. That's not a problem. Annoyingly, a lot of my upgrades failed there. We'll go for G-Force training for the second driver, but my beam wing failed, which sucks. 0% chance of failure, but that means it's just going to cost me more resource points. The energy cell positioning failed, so it's just going to cost me more resource points, and it means that I don't have the opportunity to put something else on in the meantime, because I'm now still at department capacity. It's a pain in the bloody bum, that is. Turbo will pass, but we are now, I think I said, we are now officially, oh no, we're not quite last on the performance scale, but if you look, we are very much level with Aston Martin and only slightly behind AlphaTauri. McLaren have taken a massive jump up. McLaren are just... And we should get better and better. We've got Canada next, then Great Britain and Austria, which we should be good at. Although it depends how fast the AI are at Silverstone, because sometimes, or in previous years, they have been slightly BS fast, haven't they, through Maggots and Beckett's. We'll just have to wait and see how we progress. But so far, I'm happy enough with the first season. We're getting, considering where our car is in the performance index, we are getting better results than we should be. Aren't we, really? 15ths and 14ths in the tracks that we're good at, a 9th at Australia, which was weird, and 20th and 18th at tracks that we know that we're not very good at and that the AI is super strong at. So we're still performing above the, on paper, performance level of the car. So as soon as those upgrades start to come, we can start to put some more on, we will really start to properly progress. I'm going to put the MGUH in for practice in Canada, but I'm going to make a note on my board to change parts after practice. So that hopefully will remind me to do that before we get there. I'll put the old turbo in as well, and we're alright with all of the other components. I might actually put the old gearbox in too. So that will do us for today's YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching as ever. Please do ensure that you drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on more. Come and join me on Twitch on the link in the description and you'll never miss out on another one. Or you can watch all the behind the scenes. But for now, that's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching, lads. I'll see you next time.